Hey y'all, this is my current situation. I'm sitting on my couch in a hoodie. It's like about 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. That's no here or there. But it is, hold on. One minute. Oops. I'm going to show you how cold it is in this house. It is currently 11 degrees outside. Current temperature, 11 degrees outside. None of my phones wanted to work, so I couldn't record, right? Okay. So it's currently 11 degrees outside, right? And you see I got my hood sweater on. Apparently the heat in this apartment is ridiculous. There's no heat at all. Let me see. You can feel the heat coming out of the radiator, but it's not enough. The amount of draft that's coming through this kitchen and our bedroom is ridiculous. I need the landlord and I need the building manager to both stand in that room and in my son's room and in this kitchen when it's in the teen degrees, because I think that she believes that we got good heat in here, and apparently the door that they fixed, terrible draft coming in, terrible. I got a curtain up, I got the thermal, the thick curtain up, the what you call this curtain, the curtain that blocks the sun. But anyway, look at this floor, look by the door. See, that's how much cold air is pushing against that curtain. The warmest part in this house is the living room, and that's because I pay for a heater. That's why the living room is the most warmest place in this apartment, is because I pay for the heater. We shouldn't have to pay for a heater where we live. What's today's date? January 24th, 2026. Saturday morning, 3 a.m. And it's freezing. I have to have on a sweater, hood sweat, and sweatpants. The sweatpants that go with this. It is in the teens outside. And this is how we live. Look, I'm going to show y'all. The radiator right there. The heater that I paid for. Right there. It does a better job than the actual heaters in this building. Now, what if I didn't buy that heater? We'll be freezing in this house. I only bought this heater because I saw my mother with one in her place, but hers don't have, a radiator, like it don't heat up, but I like that, but I didn't think that I would really need to buy it, I thought I was just going to be using it just for display, but we actually need the heater. Like the landlord or the building manager, they should be providing us with heaters. Since the heater in this apartment is not doing a good job, because there's more draft coming in here than it is heat. For some reason, blue is heavier than hot. Red. Blue is heavier than red, which means cold is heavier than heat. Right? So it's like red and blue. And blue trumps red. Because, cold just overpowers heat. It's like if a cold source is coming in, where that heat was, it's gone. But the thing about that, the door has to stay closed. All the doors to the living room has to stay closed. The curtain in here has to stay closed. The bathroom door, the bedroom door, all the doors to the living room has to stay closed. Unless all the drafts from the other rooms is coming into the living room, and that's defeat the whole purpose of the heater. But yeah, who would have thought? 11 degrees outside, y'all. 11 degrees. This heater in this building is ridiculous. 11 degrees outside. If I walk into my son's room, which he can't sleep in, because it's like it's like a freezer walking into that room. It is. It's like a freezer walking into that room. Now, if you got any bottled water and stuff you want to keep cold, you can put it right in this room. It's like walking into a restaurant. Not a restaurant. It's like walking into a freezer in the supermarket. You know, in Western Beef and these supermarkets that got walk-in freezers. This is what it feels like in here. Or walk-in freezer. This was my son's room, but it's so cold in here he can't sleep in here. You know, so we all gotta huddle up in the room, and that room is even cold too. This makes no sense. Paying rent in the place and look. And all that needs to be fixed to get this place, you know, the windows need to be replaced. But no, the landlord not going to do that. The landlord not going to replace the windows. That's the problem. And my son and I, we have asthma. And cold weather is not good for asthmatics. My son had to get on that machine because of the cold. I found out the hard way that cold weather does more damage to an asthmatic than it does. I realized that cold weather makes your asthma worse. It does. Like before, when I used to get an asthma attack, I thought opening the windows would help. That was making it worse. Like, I didn't have my inhaler. I didn't have no albuterol machine or nothing, nebulizer machine. None of that. If I had an asthma attack, I had to go to the hospital. Or maybe if I did have an asthma pump. But maybe it'd be expired, or I don't know where it was. But that's crazy, though. That's very dangerous. Like, they need to step in this building and see how cold it is. I'm about to call the building manager myself and have him come in here and check it out. Because this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. I would go in the room, but my son is in there. But, yeah. That room is... I had a thermometer in there, too. I ain't even checked. Hold on. Let me see something. Like Celsius degrees, but we don't use Celsius. But it's like maybe 15 degrees in my, but I know it feels colder than that. I don't know if that's the right thermometer, but that room is cold. You can't sleep in that room if you have asthma. You will probably freeze to death in that room. You would. The amount of coldness that comes into this apartment, and we've been living here for a long time. I know you're probably saying, "Oh, you should have got out," but we wasn't planning on living here this long. But this year will be 10 years we've been living here, and you will think the landlord or the building manager will have done something, provide us with heaters or something. We shouldn't have to come out our pockets to buy heaters. I only bought that thing as for decorative, and it came with a heater. So, and then my husband got another heater, and that don't even do nothing. Like, it's like the heater is not even on in the room. I'm gonna show y'all right now. Hold on.
Quite the creepy fellow we saw in the first movie. So it stands to reason that Miguel wouldn't be putting up with any BS. Deviance to his chain of
look at this heater. Supposed to heat up this whole room. And it don't even do nothing. Like, if you stand back there, you might as well be standing outside.
Because of
copyright, I know, right?
Miles is no different. He's only about...
This is like the warmest room in the house. The bathroom is cold. The kitchen is cold. And the only reason why the living room is warm is, like I said, Let me see. See? Look at it. See that? That's the reason why. That's the reason why it's nice and toasty in here. Because of that. Not because of the radiator from the building. Now, I wonder if the landlord knows how cold it gets in this apartment. I wonder if she knows, honestly know, if it's cold. You know? Like, I already get cold easily. You know? So, like, I always wear layers. Like, but if I have to, I shouldn't have to sleep like this. You know? But, and then it's so cold in here, you can leave a bottle of something, liquid, over there, and it'll be ice cold by the back door. I kid you not. Ooh. This thing been sitting right there by the floor. It is ice cold. It's cold. I can drink this right now. It's cold. Thank you, Uncle, for this. Thank you, Uncle Morris. Yeah. I know it's dusty and everything, but this thing is ice cold. I literally can pour a glass of it right now and it's cold. It's right there by the drafty door. And I got raw chicken out here too. That's probably going to be good for the day because this is also like a freezer or refrigerator too. This kitchen. You can literally leave food out. I wouldn't suggest, but you know. But I got chicken out because I'm going to clean some chicken. So I got some chicken thawing out, whatever you say it. Like, the heater in the room is only good for facing towards, our bed, But the window, problem. Bedroom window problem, both bedroom window problem for years. And the building manager said the landlord doesn't want to replace the windows. Like, what I look like putting plastic over windows? What I look like doing that? What I look like putting plastic bags over my windows to keep the cold? And that don't even work. I got the thermal curtain right here. That don't even work. So what am I, like, I'm telling you, I hope my son and I don't have to go to the hospital because of this cold. Because, apparently some people wants to get, sued or something, Because if I have to go to the hospital, I already have a problem with the mold. I went to the doctor and they told me, but we're going to check it out and see if it clears up in a few months. But I don't even think the mold is gone in this apartment. It may be still mold in the bathroom under the sink. Because I be hearing water dripping too. So it may be a problem, it may be mold because it's dark and cold, and where dark and cold grows is mold. So, and I'm in there, and I gotta bathe, So whether you have the cabinet door open, you can still, I don't know if I can smell it, but you still breathing it in, the mold and stuff. Even though it was a door, just like it was a whole bunch of mold here. Somebody wanted to scrape it off. I'm not saying no names. Instead of just replacing the whole thing, he just wanted to scrape it off. He didn't want to replace it. And no matter how many times you say, my son and I have asthma, nothing gets done. But when they get hit with a lawsuit, all of a sudden they want to do something. But it shouldn't have to convert to that. It shouldn't have to come to that. I said convert. It shouldn't have to come to, It shouldn't have to be that. It shouldn't have to come to that. If you're supposed to care about your tenants, you're supposed to make sure they're good, right? Right. It don't make no sense. Like I have a mind to call him right now to tell him how cold it is in here. I have a mind to call him. Let's see. If I can. It's 3 a.m. This is emergency. Let me see. Well, I don't hear nothing. It just ended. Now, I don't know if that's my phone or his phone. But sometimes when you call somebody with these phones, you just get the ringing and nothing goes through. But anyway, I'm gonna end this video because I just want them to come in here. Like, too bad, like, I can't do a video. I am doing a video, but y'all can't feel the coldness. I wish y'all can feel the coldness like I do. I got on another long sleeve shirt under here and this. Like, this is ridiculous. How we have to live like this. Every winter is the same problem. You would think for 9 winters, the problem would be taken care of, like within the 5th or the 6th winter, or the second or third winter, the problem would have been taken care of. But this is what happens when you don't know what you're doing, and the landlord, you as the building managers don't know what you're doing, and the landlord doesn't have a clue what's going on. Like, you don't communicate with the landlord, and y'all supposed to be working together. Like, you supposed to be telling, you supposed to be telling the landlord the problems, and then she hires somebody who knows what they're doing and come do these windows. But at this point, I think it would be a waste of time, though, to fix the windows, because if somebody else take over this building, all that's coming down. All that's going to all be replaced, you know. I bet if we had a better landlord and building manager, we would have been got our new windows, like I said, before we moved in. Or that spring after, you know, the winter. We would have got new windows, because maybe we probably could have got it on a good day. They would have done it that same year when we moved in and complained about the cold windows. We've been living here for for 9 winters. This like December of 2026 this year will be the 10th winter. But we've been living here for 10 winters, right? So by the first time we moved in, when we complained about it, or maybe the second time, the winter, the problem would have got fixed. But the building manager want to do everything themselves. They think they can do it all by themselves. They're not even a certified super of the building. They got to look up YouTube for everything. Like, if you have to look up YouTube for everything, you're not certified. You should be trained in this already. You should know or hire someone who know how to replace windows. Hire someone like how she hired someone to fix the cabinets and the floor. Hire someone to change the windows. My son would have been able to sleep in his room all these winters. And, all this time. Like, I'm paying rent for 2 rooms, but we only occupying 1. Well, we're not occupying 1. 1 is just used for storage right now. And the other rooms we occupy. But my son needs to sleep in his own room. He's a growing boy. He needs to sleep in his own room. Just like how I need my privacy, he needs privacy too. But anyway, I'm going to end this video because it's saying recording will stop soon. Okay. But yeah. It's Echo. What's the temperature?
Currently, in Bronx, NY, it's 10 degrees Fahrenheit with clear skies.
10 degrees?
Today, you can expect cold temperatures, with a high of 19 degrees and a low of 10 degrees.
Can't live like this.
There's a winter storm watch in effect from Sunday, January 25th, 3 a.m. to Monday, January 26th, 6 p.m.
I don't know. We may have to go to another place to stay until this. I don't know, because this is too cold. Like, my legs is hurting because of the cold. Like, the landlord and them really need to stand in this kitchen and my son's bedroom and our bedroom, to see how cold it really gets in the winter time. For real. This is ridiculous.